Okay, since I can't seem to type this without running out of space, well, except for Facebook, but I hope all of you who voted for Joe Biden can go home and live with yourselves at night. I hope all of you who voted for him are okay with the fact that over time, because see, the pipeline is only the beginning. Over time, over time, he is going to ensure that millions upon millions of people are going to lose their jobs in the oil and gas industry on forward, every bit by bit, all for this idea of creating a green utopia and saving us from climate change. All of you who push for the Green New Deal, hope you're ready and willing to be drafted and go fight in World War III. Because that's only going to affect us in the U.S. So how are you going to get the rest of the world on board with this idea of green energy and cutting carbon emissions down? You said we only have 12 years left, right? So when you shove your Green New Deal through, you got everybody in America on board with it. How are you going to get the rest of the world on board? Because China, Mexico, them two by themselves put out more carbon emission than anybody else on the planet. So honestly, what are you doing? The only thing you're going to succeed in doing is making sure that millions of hardworking men and women in this country are going to lose their jobs. That's all you're going to do. And don't come at me with this whole green energy field is going to take care of it. No, it won't. Because men like my dad, who are almost 50 years old, won't get those jobs. It'll be you younger idiots who voted for this man who will get those jobs. So if you have a loved one, parent, uncle, grandparent, who works in the oil industry or whose job could be negatively affected by this administration, and you went and voted for him, I seriously hope you can look yourself in the mirror every morning. I seriously hope you can sleep at night. Because I've got family in both petrochemical and oil and gas. They both could see negative effects of this administration. But yet, none of you seem to care. You only care about creating this green utopia. And Joe Biden, if you see this, you yourself stood on a stage and talked about getting up in the morning and there being oil slick on your mother's windshield before you could go to school. I'm calling bullshit on that. How can I call bullshit on that? Because I've lived in Southeast Texas my entire life. When I was younger, we lived right next to a chemical plant. We lived right next to it. There was never oil slick on our windows. Never. Oh, there was one incident where something over there blew up and we had all our stuff outside was covered in black shit, but my dad knew how to clean it off, so it was all good. Outside of that, we never had any problems. We didn't get up to oil slick on our windshields and our windows. So I'm calling bullshit. Prove me wrong. And let me tell you something. The only way you're going to achieve this green utopia that you speak of is by a nuclear war, which will take more human life than COVID-19 and the Black Plague put together. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to push that magic red button and blow up this whole planet and let it start back new? I'm willing to bet you're not. I'm willing to bet you're just all talk. You're not going to do it. Because you know at the end of the day, well, except for, the politicians, of course, they'll be safe. But all of you idiots who wave those banners around, screaming Green New Deal at the top of your lungs, you'll be left up here with the rest of us to fend for yourselves. You'll be left up here with normal people having to fend for whatever the hell's left when they retreat to their bunkers. So, honestly, think about it. You are fighting for something. You are fighting to alter something that's always been there. Climate change was here long before us. It will be here after us. Climate change has been happening since this planet as this planet came into existence. Why? Because the man who created the universe. Yes, I said man. I said man. Go ahead. I don't care. The man who created the universe, the heavens and the earth, built this planet, this rock we live on, this temporary rock we live on, with its own self-destruct system. So you're fighting against something that you will never win. You are fighting against the will of God Himself. You are fighting against things God Himself has already put in motion. Now, it's been a little while since Sunday school, but memory serves me correctly, everybody who tried to fight against His will, it didn't end well for them. So, to anybody out there in the industry who is going to be negatively affected by this, I am sorry. I am sorry for my ignorant age group who went and voted for a man that half the time he doesn't even know where he's at. He has to be propped up like a puppet and read a teleprompter. You mark my words. Mark my words. Before 24 is out, he will no longer be president. Now, I don't know how, but I'm willing to bet money right now. Somehow, some way, between now and 24, he will not be president of the United States no more. Kamala Harris will be president, and Michelle Obama will be the vice president, and Barack Obama is going to be in the background with an earpiece telling him what to do. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Because I guarantee you, half the time, Joe don't know where he's at. Go watch the videos of him signing those executive orders. Half of them were blank pieces of paper. Go back and look. He is a puppet on strings, being used to push this radical agenda that's going to do nothing but tear this country down brick by brick. So I guarantee you, at some point, Joe's going to do or say something horrible. 25th Amendment will be invoked. Or hell, maybe, just maybe, since now he's been inaugurated, the Supreme Court wants to look at Cindy Powell's case. I'll bet you money they'll come out and say, holy shit, we found there was fraud. Holy shit, this election was rigged. But you know what they're going to do? They'll invoke 25th Amendment. They'll remove Biden. They will not remove Kamala. They'll put Kamala in his spot. They'll put Michelle Obama as her VP. And Barack Obama will be pulling strings behind the scenes. I don't know. But if we keep going down this road, we got some really bad times ahead of us. If you thought the market crash under Obama was bad, y'all ain't seen nothing yet.